I just need a moment to give a little more, to feel a little more.
Back at it again, and welcome guys to this reaction today. This reaction, guys, is it's a must watch. I am furious that someone could even think or behave in this way, and me just telling you is just unbelievable, guys. So let's get into this upload, and so you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You're suing each other. No, Miss Johnson is suing your mother for $600.
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Why are you bringing your mother to court?
Your Honor, this woman has made my life a living you-know-what. I'm suing her today for
This
$600.
woman?
Yes, this woman.
Referring to the defendant, Miss Annie Johnson, the one who gave birth to you?
Yes.
That's the way you refer to her?
Yes, this woman.
Well, I tell you what, you won't refer to her like that anymore in this court.
Okay, well, I'll refer to her as Miss Johnson if that's okay
Yeah.
with you.
It's fine with me, but not this woman, baby. We don't play that here. She deserves much more respect than that. Whether you realize it or not, she does. Okay, go on. Now you're going to refer to her as Miss Johnson since you don't want to say mama.
No, I can't call her mom. I don't feel connected to her.
All right. Tell me your story.
She showed up to my job in a place that she has no place being, making a whole ruckus, and pretty much got me sent home on the day that I make the most amount of money. And now I lost $600. But not only that, I lost my life, the life that I have been creating for myself since I left her. I've been trying to get away from her ever since I was younger. Growing up with a mother like her is not easy.
Why?
Look at her. We don't look anything alike. Nothing. I don't even know.
Okay, stop. You told me look at her. I'm going to look at her. Now I'm going to look at you.
Yeah, look at
You don't
me.
look anything alike.
No.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because she has that dark skin.
Ooh. Lord help me. Jesus help me. Okay, she has that dark skin. So what? What do you have?
I have light skin.
And so mothers and daughters and families don't come in different shades?
Oh yeah, that's great. But I realized growing up that people with that kind of skin has it a little bit harder. And you know, I worked really hard just to keep my life as easy as possible.
Okay, you need to hurry up and explain yourself to me.
Your Honor, growing up with a dark mother was so embarrassing. All of my friends were white. Everybody was white.
Where did you grow up?
The guys I dated were white.
Where did you grow up?
My friends were white. Alabama.
And how old are you?
Your Honor, I'm 25 years old.
So what part of Alabama did you grow up in that all your friends were white?
Birmingham.
In Birmingham. And you're 25 years old.
Yeah.
Which means that was in what? 1990 something you were born?
1990.
And all of your friends were white.
Yes.
So if you grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, and all your friends were white, you didn't grow up with your mother?
She was barely around. She was busy cleaning up after white people.
Ooh.
I didn't want to live that poor life.
Mrs. Johnson, when this child of yours was born, that's over here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where were you living?
Let me pause this for a minute. Let's go back to the days of Martin days. You hear me? This heifer hidden up and lost it. And we have so many people like her around the world. The only thing I will agree with that she said is people of dark skin does have it hard. But for her to be so disrespectful, so rude, I don't even think this girl is on earth. Because your mother, who's still alive, who is trying to get in contact with you, the only thing that you could think about is her embarrassing you at your place. I just didn't imagine people like that still exist and be walking around acting normal. Is she blind or something? Did she forget she black too? Because you're light skinned, you're not even that light skinned. I know black people whose skin are way lighter than yours, and they don't act like that.
You don't sound like a college educated woman. You didn't learn anything about history. Did you take a history class?
Sure did.
You didn't learn a doggone thing. Because if you don't understand why your mother was working where she was working and doing the kind of work that she did and did not get a college education, it's because you don't understand your history and what went on in America during her age, a woman in the 60s or 60 and over. And you have the audacity to turn down your nose at her for doing what she could to keep your little behind alive and well.
I just don't live my life as a black person, so.
What you live your life as?
I live my life as a person of privilege.
You live your life.
This girl just says she don't live her life as a black person. Well, who the hell you think you are? What color do you think you are? How do you think the rest of the world view you? Whether you in a circle of whites, Hispanics, Jamaicans, Africans. Am I tripping? But when you see her, do you...
That's a
Similar
lie.
to those
That's
of
why.
white people.
Because you said the man that you went to live with, his family was privileged, not you.
Well, that's the life
So you
that I
living a
created
lie.
for myself.
Okay.
That's the life that I created for myself, and she ruined it.
So how did she
ruined
ruin
that,
it?
and she ruined my relationship with everybody.
How did she ruin your life? And how did we get to this $600 claim?
Because, Your Honor, once I got enough money to get away from her, I moved away. I didn't give her my number. I didn't give her my address. I told her if I wanted to get in contact with her that I'd reach out to her. But no, she is stalking me. She showed up one day to a grocery store in my neighborhood, stalking me down in the aisles, trying to talk to me in front of all these white people.
Oh my God, what a terrible thing.
Well, and then the following week, she shows up to my job.
Let me say this. If you're around people that creates a lifestyle that your own family members or mother that brought you into existence can't even come around without them disapproving your presence, get it together, people. You do not need those type of friends. You don't need to be around those type of people. That's not the life of privilege. For me, that is the life of a prisoner. But let's just be realistic. Prisoners live more at peace than you are, trying to appease people.
Causing a ruckus. And when she did that, she's just at the door saying, "Oh, there's my daughter. I need something to say to my daughter, blah, blah, blah." And
what was your job?
I'm a dancer.
What kind of dancer?
A burlesque dancer.
Burlesque dancer.
Yes.
College educated, that's the best you can do?
Yes, I'm still in grad school.
Oh, what you in grad school for?
Law.
Okay. Law? Who are you going to represent?
Myself.
Yeah, you're right. Just you. Because not too many people would hire you with your state of ignorance. So your mother is outside asking for you, not asking, but telling people that's my daughter and I want to see her.
Right, and she sent that to my boss.
And
now he's asking me if that's my mom. And so, of course, I had to say no, because they can't have people like her in there.
What? You mean black people? You're dancing at a burlesque club somewhere in Alabama that's still racist?
Listen.
And black people aren't allowed?
Your Honor, let me tell you something. My boyfriend found out that my mom was black, and he confronted me about it.
That's good.
And when I said no, I wasn't black, he put his hands on me.
Baby, I don't condone violence. I'm not finna even blame this man for putting his hands on you, because your story here ain't straight. So who knows why he put his hands on you. And maybe he put his hands on you because you're not realistic. You're mean, you're evil, you're selfish, and you're inconsiderate. Guys, I'm not saying to go around putting your hands on women who behave a certain way. No, leave them. But tell a story like it is. Just mean and evil, guys. Let's continue.
My goodness. Miss Johnson, I feel your pain.
Yes, ma'am.
This
Can't
place,
have people like her there.
people like her. They
Yes.
had people like her because they had you.
Like I said, her and I are different, obviously.
Miss Johnson, let me hear from you.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry.
If you can talk, because whew, God help me, because I
I'm a
feel
little
like
bit-
coming down there and knocking some sense in your head.
Your Honor, I'm just really saddened that I'm here in the first place and that you and everybody else has to hear and know that my daughter is suing me for $600. And I have to say I'm not surprised.
Really?
I'm not surprised
Why not?
because my daughter and I, the best thing about this case, Your Honor, is that I get to see my baby because we don't talk and I don't see her ever.
Coming up,
She can't pass for white.
we're back with the case of Sandra Johnson, who is suing Elma Johnson for lost wages.
It's
So how
really-
did you find out where she was?
Well, I ran into a friend of hers that
A white friend?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that odd that the white friend had enough sense to talk to your mother like she is human, where you didn't have enough sense to treat your mother as a human being? Let's continue.
Yes, ma'am. And she told me that my daughter frequented a certain grocery store. So I started frequenting the store just in hopes that I would see her because I wanted to talk to her. I wanted to see if she was healthy, that she was happy. And I knew that I would be able to tell that if I could just look into her eyes, that I would know how she was doing.
She may be healthy and happy physically, but she's not healthy.
Well,
She's emotionally destroyed.
Well, you know, Your Honor, this happened a while back because my daughter, she's never been happy in her own skin, basically.
That's what I said. She's emotionally destroyed.
And because her father, he died shortly after she was born, and he was very light complected. And so she took her color from him. And as
She's
you can,
not that much different than you in color. She can't pass for white.
Your Honor, you must not be looking at me.
yeah, but you're
I'm looking at you real clear. And you know good and well you don't know because you're ignorant. But we come in all different shapes.
well, Your Honor, I wanted my daughter to have a better life than I
As
did.
every mother does.
And, you know, she expressed to me early on that she wished that we were both white because of the challenges that she had experienced in school, and she saw that the darker skinned people.
You know what? That's an excuse. How many black people will watch this video? Aren't we okay? We all faced the same challenges and made it through. And I know black men, black women, black friends that'll hurt you behind a black mama. That is not an excuse for you to mistreat your mother because she is black and you don't like being black. Well, I sad to tell you, baby, didn't nobody get in line and tell God who they wanted to be. Because I'm pretty sure by now, the things that some of us black people have been through, maybe some of us would have got in line and said, God, please don't make me black. That's why he don't give you the option.
She felt were having a harder time, so she didn't want that kind of life. And so
And naturally so. I understand that. Wanting more, wanting better. But she could have more and better without dismissing her mother.
yes.
That's the part I don't understand.
Well, Your Honor, you see, I'm very much more dark complexion, and so not only did she like my skin tone, she didn't like my hair, or the way that my hair looked, because as you can see, she has that beautiful, silky, straight hair.
Excuse me, mommy, but something's wrong with your daughter. You don't like your skin. You don't like your hair. Girl, what's wrong with you?
But I tried to explain to her, Your Honor, that that God created us all the way that we are, and that as long as we were healthy, that we were blessed, and it didn't matter what color that you are, you know.
Yeah.
And I tried to share that with my daughter, but she just didn't want any parts of me.
Coming up,
Why are you crying?
we're back with the case of Sandra Johnson, who is suing Elma Johnson for lost wages.
So what did you do when you went to her job, when you finally found out where she was and where she worked?
Well,
feeling a mother's pain and love
yes.
for her child.
Well, Your Honor, when I went to her job, I wasn't trying to stalk her or anything. I just needed to talk to her. And so I was just telling the security guard there that my daughter was in there and that I needed to talk to her because I had to share something that was
Did you get
really
a chance
important.
to share it?
No, Your Honor, because the security guard just looked me up and down and let me know that
You weren't welcome.
I wasn't welcome there.
You want to share it now? Since she won't allow you to share it elsewhere?
I don't know who this security guard is, but we need to know so we can tell him where he ain't welcome. Because surely, people, Alabama, this is not how we treating people. Let's say America, this is not what we've came to. Things that we continue to fight to overcome. Because she is black, the security guard turned her around and I need to know where exactly this place is, guys. So, because some of these places, we need to put them on social media and let the whole world know about them so that people can stop supporting these type of businesses.
Yes, Your Honor.
What she got to say?
What'd you say?
I don't want to hear what she has to say.
You got self-hatred. You're living with self-hatred. Trust me, I know it, because I lived with it. I didn't like my thick, nappy, quote, hair, my big nose, my dark skin. I know what you're feeling. But the way you're dealing with it, lying about who you are and what you are and your parentage and your heritage is not the way to handle it. You've got to learn to live with the skin you're in. Do you realize that? Do you realize that?
I realized that I was happy before she came.
You don't have to hate yourself. You're beautiful as you are, no matter what skin color you are, but the beauty comes from within, not from without. Mm-hmm. And you're nasty within. And that's because you are hurting and don't like yourself. But you can get some help and deal with that. But not listening to your mom and hating her. She was born the way she was born. Did she have control over that? No way. Now, I understand from what I read, what your mother has to tell you is something very private about her health. Is that right?
That's right, Your Honor.
And I don't know if you want to share it with the rest of the world. But I'm not so sure that she'll let you sit and talk to her.
She got to say what she got to say now.
Say it.
I went to my doctor because I hadn't been feeling that well. And he took one look at me and saw that my color was different, that I didn't look good, and he asked me what had been going on. And so I shared with him that I was so worn out and stressed out because I didn't have a relationship with my daughter. My blood pressure was high. Everything was going wrong. So the doctor ordered several tests for me, and I took those tests, Your Honor.
What's the diagnosis?
And the diagnosis was terminal, Your Honor. And I needed to, that's why I was at the club, Your Honor, so I could talk to my daughter and I could share with her and I could tell her what was going on with me. Because I wanted to be able to say goodbye to her before it was too late. I wanted to let her know that I loved her. I wanted her to know that I forgave her for all the hurtful things that she said to me, Your Honor. I love you, baby. You're always going to be my baby. I don't care what has gone on before, Your Honor. So that's why I was there.
Why
Not
you
to
crying?
try to get her fired.
Why are you crying?
I'm not crying.
What you feeling?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't don't know if many of us realize how great a mother's love is. And I also know there are many of us, like myself, whose biological mother is not as stand up as this mother we watch. Appreciate your mother while you have your mother. Know that the way you were born, we did not choose that. I recently did an upload on my other channel about that. There are things you did not choose about yourself, and one of them is your parents. You don't choose your color. Those are things which you would not be able to change. Appreciate your parents, guys. Love yourself. Black people, learn to love ourselves. God uniquely made us special. And regardless of what struggle we have endured in this world, know that black is beautiful. Black is gorgeous. And you may have it a little bit harder, but that doesn't make you any less than anyone else. Because no matter how I choose to live my life, I could be delusional, but reality is I am a black woman. I can do whatever I want to do. I am black. In the end, we all bleed the same. In the end, we all return one way. Love your parents. And most of all, love yourself. Be kind to yourself. If anybody's dealing with this type of situation, seek counseling. Seek therapy. You may need it. Not even you may need it, but you do need it. Because self-hatred is not good. And you will forever be unhappy or forever be chasing happiness. And happiness is within. When you're in that white room, you all alone. Happiness, you will realize you make yourself happy amongst, everything else that is around you. Leave me a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. And as I always say, guys, be kind to others. Be kind to others and yourself. Tell somebody you love them. And for my black people out there, know that you are beautiful. And don't let anyone tell you different. Until next time. Don't forget, if you are new here, to hit that subscribe button. On the mission, guys, to continue to grow this channel and continue to bring you guys more and more uploads. Like and share, guys. Until next time.